Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm and welcome to episode 172 of our single player Tiveden world. So in the last episode we continued to work in our swamp village here, adding in some new structures, and we've just put in this large tree at the start of this episode. It's turned into becoming like a fishing shack or something, like a fishing tree house. It wasn't originally intended to become that really, it was just a weird looking tree when I grew it, so I thought it could support a platform and just continue to add some details, and this is what we've ended up with. But yeah, it came out a lot better than I was expecting, so really happy with that actually. And then I've also changed this stair design, just making it a little bit wider, changing the block type as well, adding in some support structures on the sides. So little things like this I need to continue to work on. For example, on this building I've also switched out these legs, supporting leg structures, to be all stone variants. Before they were all spruce log variants. Let's go and check up on our pillagers up here. Let's see if they have their hands raised at all. You might remember in the last episode these guys had their hands down, and they still do. There we go, you guys are now all equipped, don't fight over it. And yeah, our guards here are now doing their thing, they're patrolling around. I do like how they walk around, and they will stare at the player when you come near them. So that all looks good, and it's adding a lot of detail to this part of the world. Now you might also notice this is being a bit different. This is where I put in these flower pots. Oh, really? So I'll put in these flower pots as part of my solution to prevent players or mobs from basically walking through here. So this was a bit of a gap, a bit of a design flaw, but this is my solution, just to hide in flower pots basically. And that narrows this gap here where a player or a mob can't fit through it anymore. So that's going to be our solution for these guys. I was concerned that they might try and wander off or go around to the sides and then walk along the exterior of the building like this, but this should keep them all contained. Now I've also been working on the detailing for our guard towers, but not in this particular tower. I've been focusing over on this other one, just so we could let these guys do their thing and wander around and get settled. So let's fly on over and take a look. You might notice off the back here that we've got a lot more stone down the bottom. So if we come over and compare it to maybe this one, you can see we've got a lot more wood, and we've only really got the stone or mossy cobblestone kind of variants in the very corners of the building. I mean, it looks okay. You can see we've got the flower pots up there as well. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like the base of these towers needed a bit more mass, something like a bit more of a supportive structure. So that's why I've added in the cobblestone kind of look down the bottom. As we come on in, you can see we've started to work on some of the detailing, not too much though. I have put in some extra light sources. You can see we've got these beams in here now with a hanging lantern that just helps light up the ground. And we've also hidden in some jack-o'-lanterns beneath or behind these trapdoors. And I've opted to have like a natural flooring. So the idea is you can just walk on through. There'll be no doors here. And yeah, this is just going to be easy access to storage and whatnot. But as you come up, you can see the Interior becomes a little bit more formalized, although this is this is just random stuff at the moment. I'm starting. I mean, this is not a complete look, but I've tried to change this look. We've got a different staircase design now, and that helps to really show off these patterns a little bit better. Before we had upside down stairs beneath these blocks, which kind of covered up this pattern that we have on all the sides. So I felt like it was important that we could see it. Something I have also added to this particular tower is a bell, and it serves as also a way of identifying where we have our pillagers. And then I've also put in this. Now you might be wondering, what is it and why is it here? So we have these lanterns in the corners, and unfortunately they don't light up the ground all the way through to the middle. Right around here we can get mobs that can spawn, so we don't want that. So I've put in these jack-o'-lanterns here, and I've got these item frames on top. So I figured we could put in some maps. Maybe we can map out the surrounding area. Maybe we could go find an actual pillager outpost and then map that out. I was thinking we could also add in some detailing, maybe with those targets. So for that I need some fences, and I'm going to need, not a jack-o'-lantern, yeah, a carved pumpkin and some hay bales. Now if you haven't seen a pillager outpost, you may not know what we're about to build. Where should we build these things? They are pretty big. Is he going to hit his head? No, I think that's going to be okay there. Yeah, I'm going to build some of these practice targets because it adds in, I mean, it fills out a bit of space. That's always one thing you can struggle with when you build in an area like this, because there's a lot of detailing I can add into this swamp village. And in fact, this swamp village is probably going to end up becoming the most detailed part of my world, at least for the time being. So we can try and fill that out a little bit by putting in structures like this. So that doesn't look too bad. I mean, we could put a few of these on the outside as well. And in the next major update, we do get target blocks. So we could probably put in a proper, like a shooting range or something like that, a target range, and even hook up some redstone. So that is something we could do in the future. But yeah, filling in some of the empty spots with structures like this or little things like this is probably a good idea. Alright, so let's ignore that slime over there. Let's put these things away, and let's get some maps. Let's see what we can do if we map out this area. I do need some paper, so we are pretty close to our reed farm. So let's grab some of these. Don't need many. That's probably going to be enough. Alright. Let's see what it looks like as we fly on in. I like it. I mean, you can start to see a whole lot of detail coming in now. And you can imagine if we have this all the way around, how detailed this little swamp village area is going to become. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the final result. It's going to take quite a lot of time and effort, but hopefully the end result does make it worth it. Alright, so we've got sugarcane. Now we can convert that into paper. And then, what do we need? We're going to need some compasses. So let's just create 4 maps. That should do us for the time being. Let's put that in there as well. Alright. The question is, how off-centered is this area? I've never mapped this area before, so we'll find out. Oh, this is going to be good. This is a good thing. It doesn't look good at the moment, but I can guarantee this is a good thing. Because it does mean... Where are we? Alright, so let's fly out that way. And let's... I don't know if you guys have done much mapping before, but it can be a bit tedious. But it can also be quite rewarding. And then the last one goes there. Alrighty, we have our completed map. That is our swamp village. So we're coming into our third tower here. This is where I've just installed a map table. So we've got the jack-o'-lanterns underneath, so we can light up the center area for this platform. We need to put some maps on top. Now I thought what we could do is map out the pillager outpost we found back when we did the bee hunt. So first when we did the upgrade and we went looking for beehives. We came across a Pillager Outpost, and I did take a screenshot, and it turns out it's not that far from here. So let's go for a little bit of a flight and try and locate this Pillager Outpost. It's almost due north from here. So let's go in this direction. Now this is old terrain. It may look like new terrain, but it's not. This is quite old, this part. We do come across into the new terrain up here, and you will see a bit of a line for when the biomes kind of collide. All the generations, the biome generation collides. Here you can see where I collect sand, and if we keep on going in this direction, and we should come across a jungle as well. So this is still old terrain, heading into a jungle. You'll notice that there is no watermelons here, or melons, because it's an old terrain. There you go, there's the map border, or the terrain border. So now we're going to the newer types of biomes. I wonder if there's any shipwrecks or anything just around here. There should be. Okay, we got this, and then we should be coming across a plains very quickly. I don't think I've even explored this area at all. I did bring a bucket because I thought if we do come across a banner guy, we should be able to, in fact, just because we can see our cows, let's grab some milk. Then keep on flying here. Whoa! Alright, you can tell this is newly generated because we have something funky going on down there. Yeah. Just a bit of a... Oh, there we go. And there's our Pillager Outpost right there. So, oh, look at these flowers. Is this a mini flower forest? Let's take a look. Interesting. It's just plains. Well, I don't think I've seen that many tulips in just a normal plains before. So let's see. We do want to map this out. So maybe we'll do this first. Let's do this. And I'm only going to need 4. And see. Okay, that's where it is there. Alright. So maybe we'll fly out this way first. And then we'll grab another map. Yep, so out here, map this area. That looks good. And then we'll go north and map the next one over. Oh, did I just see llamas? I totally just saw llamas. Wow, if you've been following this series for any period of time, you might know that I've struggled to find llamas in my world. And who would have thought they're just out here hanging out with our Pillager Outpost people? Yeah, well, alright, well, I'll have to come back and get you guys. Now, is there a cream one? There are. Oh, yes. Alright, that's awesome. Well, there's extra incentive to maybe build a nether tunnel out here. In fact, we will probably have our existing nether tunnel pretty close to this area because our guardian farm is in this direction. So this would be right over the top of that almost. Alright, so we have to keep on flying because we now need to map this next one over. So let's just check it. So here we go. Now go north. And now we can map a new part of our world. Alright. Awesome. Now, I just had an idea. But I need iron. There we go. We've found our iron, so I just need to smelt this up. Turn into a little bit of a survival adventure here. There we go. I needed this to create some shears because I now need some wool. I do see a sheep over there. Really? 1 bit? Oh man, I need 6. Now I don't have my anvil on me, so I can't name the banner right now. But yeah, oh well. Not much I can do about that. I'm not going to hunt down all the supplies needed to get an anvil. But let's head on over and... In fact, where are we going to put this banner? Maybe we'll put it just off to the side here. We'll try and put it a little bit discreetly down the corner. Maybe just there. Now we have to locate this. Right click it, is it? There we go, we've got the banner now marked. So the idea is that we can find this a little bit easier on the map. Let's just come on in and see what's actually in here. I can't remember if I did go inside or not when I first found this. Who's in here? Anyone? A crossbow. I'm going to leave that there though. Any guys with banners? So I don't see anyone with a banner, but we can always come back here. It's not that far. So, yeah, we'll let these guys just... Oh, there we go, a banner guy. I kind of want to collect some banners. Now, we are going to get Bad Omen, but that's why I wanted the milk bucket. Now, of course, I didn't bring a bed. I didn't really bring any supplies with me. So, yeah, that was not a good move. But, anyway. Let's get our banner. There we go. Oh, we've got a free crossbow. So let's head on back. Let's try and remember the directions. It's this way, right? Now that's the sign of life. Got a torch. I almost forgot not to drink my milk just then. We do have a village over there, so that could have been pretty dangerous if we triggered a raid just then, particularly when I didn't really want to. I still haven't done a raid in my survival world here. I will do that eventually. Alright, with that adventure now done, let's head up over to this other tower and put down the maps. There we go, and we've got our marker there. So it was at this point I thought we should go back and do it properly, so I grabbed a new banner, gave it a name with the coordinates of the Pillager Outpost. I thought that would look good on the map. And while we're out there, we also killed a few of the Pillager captains so we could grab a few of their banners. So I was curious to see what would the different layers of this banner look like. So this is the ominous banner just with each layer stripped down, and you can do that just using a cauldron. And you can see there's quite a few layers. You can't build this banner in survival. There's just too many layers for it. But you can see it is all the ominous banner, even this one. So it keeps the orange writing, even when you strip down all the different layers. But it does look pretty interesting. And the reason why I wanted to do this was to really inspect the banner. And I did want to answer one question, which was, can you re-dye them? And the answer is you can, but you're still constrained by the normal layer limits. Because I thought if we could get to this level, or even this level, and put a new layer on it, then we could keep it mostly looking the same, but make it a little bit unique. But we can't do that if you try and basically put a layer onto this. So that's this one here. You can see you've got no layer options. You can only do that when you get down to, I think it's this one, or this one. Actually, yeah, it's this one here. So let's try this one out. And you can see that you can put in a new layer. So what you could do, I guess, is change the color of the forehead. I guess that's unique. Yeah, but that's pretty much all you can do to this particular banner design. And I was trying to think, we need a banner for our guard towers. And what should we use? Maybe we could use this one, just to keep it different from the black border. Or even this one, because this one kind of looks a little bit like more of a villager as well, where it's got the straight eyebrows there. Now you do have this unibrow situation, so that's a little unfortunate, but maybe this one could work up and basically hang one there, one there. So we're going to need quite a few of these if we go that road, because yeah, there's 4. No, there's 8. There's 8 per tower, and we've got 3 towers, so you can do the math. There's quite a few of these captain banners that we're going to need. But yeah, I'll let you guys think about that one. Should we go with this, or maybe I should come up with just a totally unique banner and just create one myself? Yeah, let me know. I'll be curious to see what you guys think. So with that all done, we're going to take a break from our swamp village and we're going to head over into the end. I did mention in the last episode I did want to get some extra shulker shells so we can craft some extra shulker boxes. I don't really have many of these things spare lying around the place. And I'm starting to resort to using chests as well. And I really want a few more of these. And I want to use these for decorations as well. So yeah, I need more basically. So we're going to grab some supplies. And we'll probably need some extra ender pearls. This is pretty much everything we're going to need. Yeah, I won't really need any of that stuff. The idea is I can craft shulker boxes as we go and then store them in a ender chest. So that's why I'm bringing over some logs. That's probably enough food. I don't need to go too far, although I do need to get some extra rockets. This is definitely not enough. So let's head over to the main island and pick up some rockets. Now, it's been a while since you guys even seen this. There we go, the island still exists. Let's head over into... Where should we have some rockets? Let's craft some actually. We'll be able to access them in here. Let's come up and grab some of these. Grab one of these. And let's craft some. There we go, that should do us. And do you notice something that's missing? Moonshine. My cow that's been up here for as long as I can remember is no longer here. It must have somehow eventually fallen down. It was up here for so long. The fact that it didn't fall down was more surprising than it did. But anyway, that is no more. I'll have to try and replace Moonshine at some point. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I used to have a cow that somehow got up there. And I don't know how it got there. I mean, I never put it up there. So at some point, it might have just done that. I don't know. Your guess is just as good as mine. Alright, so now that we have that, let's go over to our portals. And there are a few new people watching this series now. So if you don't know too much about where things are at, and let's face it, if you've got this far into the episode, then you must have a fair idea what's going on. But if not, I suggest to go back to maybe episode 150 and then go through the world tour, because that will pretty much outline where everything is. If not, if you just want to pick up where we are right now, I'm basically heading into the end area, and this is where we have a portal set up. This will take us directly through to the end gateway. So there we go. We can jump on in. And then here we go. So which direction should we travel? I'm pretty sure I haven't really ventured west. So I'm planning on leaving that. I have a theory that eventually they're going to add more content to the end. And I don't want to basically travel forever to get access to that new content. So what we're going to do is go in this direction. Now this is always a little freaky, right? Because you don't know which way you're facing. Are you up? Are you down? And I'm pretty sure we're going straight. Whoop. Okay, that was almost a disaster. I was not going straight. I think I was going straight down. Yeah, so that was almost a life lesson there. Yeah, be careful and pay attention where you're going, right? Okay, so where are we heading? This direction. I'm trying to find probably just one or two end cities. I don't need many, just to get a few extra shells. Now I see a shulker. Okay, so we have not been here before. How you going, guys? Where did he go? Interesting. They're actually a little bit more smarter since the last time I think I've been out hunting these guys. They teleport a lot faster now. Where did he go this time? I don't know. I don't think I even got one shell. That is very disappointing. Alright, let's see if we can find a few up in here. There's our first shell. I should get some chorus fruit so we can easily get down to the surface. I didn't even bring a shield actually. That was a bit of a mistake. How do I only have one? I do have looting on this sword, so I am very surprised that I don't have more shells already. Let's just shoot this guy from here, I think. Then fly on over. Come on, buddy. Say hi. Okay, there's a shell down there. Well, that's one of the most disappointing chests I think I've ever seen. It's been pretty much a bust so far. Hopefully we're about to get a whole lot more shells here. Come on guys, hit me. There we go. Now this is always the fun part. It's a bit of a shooting gallery. Really? I mean, this isn't too bad, I guess, this gear. Come on, open up. Geez, too quick. Just doing a quick perimeter check to make sure there's no one else shooting at me. Doesn't look like there is. So yeah, that was a bit of a bust, really. Is that me doing that? It must have been. I think this was back before... Could you always use fireworks? Maybe you couldn't. But clearly I wanted to fall from a very high place and then try and coast all the way back to the main island. I can only guess that's why that's there. It's pretty funny when you can stumble across things in a really old barren world like the End. And yeah, there's these little strange things to greet you. That was probably created a few years ago, so yeah, fun times, hey? And then we have this bad boy. Look at the size of this thing. And it does have the ship. And I haven't been here, nice. I think this guy is cheating. He's shooting with the shell closed. I didn't think that was possible. I'm pretty sure they have to open their shell to be able to shoot, right? Or am I imagining that? We can... Oh, where'd he go? Can you believe after all of that, I haven't got the ones at the very entrance. Now, is this something that's always been in the game? I'm just going to show you guys. If I come out here, if I hold down... There we go. It's like... Whoa. Okay, that's a bad sign. But it's like it's activating the wings when you hold down. I don't know if it's always been like that, but it's really easy to counteract now the levitation effect. So let's take a look at the spoils from 2 end city raids. It's not too bad. This is all pretty good backup gear. So I like to put these in different chests, particularly around the main island. So if I do die somewhere, I've always got half decent gear easily accessible. And we've got 6 diamonds, so that's pretty good. Plus the spare elytra and dragon head. So not a bad little haul, really. I could go find another end city, but I feel like that's probably going to do us for the time being. I mainly wanted the shells so we could craft up some extra shulker boxes, and we can now do that. So that's all pretty good. I tell you what, this game makes it too easy for you sometimes, now that we've got these end gateways. Otherwise, yeah, you'd have to hunt your way all the way back through to the main island, but this makes it a lot easier. So there we go. That was all done and dusted pretty easily, and now we can bank our spoils. So now that we have the extra shulker boxes, we can hopefully clean up this area a little bit and then try and progress some of the building as well. I've just got so much stuff I need to sort around here, so having a few extra shulker boxes will certainly help with that process. Alright, I'm going to leave the episode here and I'll continue on things in between episodes. And then, yeah, when we come back, I'll hopefully have more things to show you guys. Alright, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Cheers.